Go lay down. Stop your whining. Come here. Leave it. These are the very commands that we use with our dogs. Why are we using them with our children? Imagine if your spouse said to you, go lay down. Stop whining. Come here. Leave it. I mean, you'd be pretty upset, and I'm going to guess that you would respond with something along the lines of, you can't talk to me that way. But underneath, you would be feeling unheard, not cared for, alone, and maybe even unloved. So what makes it okay to make such demands of our children? Before you make the argument of, well, I'm the parent, I want you to think about what you're modeling to your children by treating them this way. I mean, I imagine if they made demands like this to you, it would be considered disrespectful and disobedient. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of mixed emotions about this. I mean, 8 months ago, I had this realization that my children were being treated and talked to like they were dogs. And why? It was all because I listened to a video back and I could not believe my tone and the words and how short and impatient I was. And I needed everybody to see that the way they are talking to their children, it needs to be evaluated. It needs to be paid attention to, because you're modeling how they should be treating you and other people. Our children are not some species from another planet. They are just mini humans, just like us. They have thoughts, feelings, wants, dreams. So why do we treat them differently than adults? If a parent chooses to spank a child as a form of punishment, at what age do they need to stop, and why? It's not like the relationship has changed. They've just gotten older. They've just grown. But on the contrary, parents are going to argue that demanding their child during their childhood is teaching them a lesson. They can't always have what they want. Don't you know that? My worry and concern is that these children will grow up without knowing how to have true compassion and empathy. I do plan on doing an entire video on empathy in the coming future, but how we talk to our children, is it modeling that? My guess, at least for myself, was absolutely not. This right here, this question is what shook me. No, I was not modeling empathy and compassion to my children. I was expecting them to behave like an adult. I was expecting their behavior to match mine. But here's where things get really unfair for our kids. They have lived a fraction of the lifetime that we have. Their childhood is literally for learning how to survive adulthood. So if they have such little life experience, why are we expecting them to behave as if they've had the same amount of experience as we have? It seems just not fair. So I know what you're thinking. What am I supposed to do? Just be a pushover, permissive parent? No. Our job as a parent is to model how we want our children to behave in this world. How we talk to our spouse, how we talk to our friends, our colleagues, our children, how we act under pressure and stress, how we react to anger, how we deal with sadness and grief, and how we have true empathy and compassion for another human being. Maybe the greatest gift that we can give our children. So my question is, are you modeling the person that you want your child to grow up and be? And that's where I'm going to leave this video. It's very open-ended, but if you have thoughts, please comment them below. I know that some people are going to be quite shook by this, but I think that it's so important that we really think about how we are showing up, how we are modeling behavior, and if we are really teaching our kids about having empathy and compassion, how to handle even stressful situations in a way that isn't negative, how we're using that to help us learn and navigate future upcoming issues. So if this video was helpful for you, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I post a new video every single week. Alrighty, y'all, I will see you in the next video.